Have you ever found yourself scratching your head over what the cloud really is? Well, by the end of the video, you won't have to wonder anymore. First things first, we need to look into how the so-called client-server model works. It might sound a bit technical, but stick with me. It's simpler than it sounds. The server in the client-server model is a computer somewhere in the world that stores information that you might want to access. For example, a website with cute cat videos. The client is your web browser or your device. It requests information from the server literally when you type a URL in your browser. It is a request to provide the data that makes up that website. So you, that is your client, sends a request to the server and says, "Hey, give me a website of the cutecatvideos.com." And the server sends you a response. The response in this example would be the HTML of the website and the files that you want to view. Fun fact, the response comes in HTTP. That's also the text that you see in the URL bar when you type in the website address. It stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and it is the agreed upon format to share this kind of information between clients and servers. Back in the day, companies would have their own servers somewhere in a big building, and they had to take care of everything. Make sure that the building itself was safe, having people maintaining the server's software, dust them sometimes, stuff like that. You can imagine that that's pretty expensive. And because it's a lot of work to buy, to set up, and to maintain the servers, it also needs a lot of planning and looking into the future to predict how many of these servers you'll need in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, if your business grows. Nowadays, things are a bit different. There are companies, let's call them cloud providers, who also have these buildings with servers. These companies take care of the safety, the updates, and everything that a server needs to lead a happy life. And then you as a company can rent some of the service space for a certain, usually monthly fee. It's a bit like paying for utilities at home. Instead of owning the server, so instead of owning the water pipes, the electricity network, you just pay for what you use. In this case, some server capacity. And then the client which sends the request is sending it not to you and your servers, but to a specific location on the server of the cloud provider. It's very beneficial for companies to do it this way because you can just pay as you go and rent more or less servers depending on what you need. So every time you hear that something is in the cloud, it isn't really in the cloud, it's on some literal metal server somewhere. And now you know it.